Welcome, 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 everybody, to another fantastic edition of Real Talk for Real Men this Saturday, May the 1st, starting of a new month. So, hopefully, everybody's having a great and fantastic weekend. It's good to be here. It's good to be off to another good, fantastic weekend, after having made it through a tumultuous week. So hopefully everybody's doing okay. Everybody know that this is allergy season. So I've been battling my allergies this week, and it's gotten the better of me. But I didn't want to miss this opportunity to be here with you guys this evening. And I'm looking forward to tonight's conversation. We have something really special planned for you guys. As you know, if this is your first time visiting, every Wednesday night, every Saturday, we do live shows from 8 to 10. Please don't forget to subscribe to the channel. Jenny P, welcome, sweetheart. Hopefully, my loyal viewers will tune in and I hope to see some new faces. What I've got planned for you guys tonight is something we haven't done here yet. I always try to keep the things a little new and different. So I wanted to bring you guys an experience tonight with a psychic advisor. And so as I bring, the people on board, bring her on board, we're going to get into a fascinating conversation. And if you don't know anything about psychics, about astrology, hopefully you'll be able to learn something tonight. So first and foremost, I want to bring in my co-host, Tasha. As you guys know, how are you doing tonight, Tasha?
I'm good, and you?
I'm doing good, sweetheart. So,
Good.
here, happy to be here. Got my drink going, as usual. We gonna make it do what it do. So
Right.
hopefully you're having a great weekend. And before I bring in our guest, what I want to do, hello Lynette, how you doing, sweetheart? I want you guys to interact, deeply with Tasha as the co-host in the green room, because I want you guys to be able to come on individually, as time permits, if you have some specific questions. So you're going to
Mhm.
get an opportunity, hopefully, to go one-on-one with the psychic extraordinaire. And so I want you guys to be able to think of whatever it is you want to ask. And so without further ado, I'm going to bring in Coco. I hope I got her here. Hello, hello. How you doing? Welcome, sweetheart.
Hi.
All
Can
right.
you hear me?
We can hear you. Absolutely. I want to thank you for being a guest on tonight's show. I appreciate you taking the time out. So introduce
Thank you for
yourself.
having me.
Absolutely. So introduce yourself to the audience.
Hi, I'm Coco of Love Coco Spiritual. I'm an intuitive empath, psychic advisor, life coach, dream interpreter, Reiki master, and number reader.
Oh my God. So folks, did I not tell you you are in for a treat? You know, and so I want to thank you, now in addition to all of your gifts, this is one of my one of my good friends, I should say. And so, I've been knowing her for a number of years, just a beautiful soul, beautiful spirit. And I frequently enjoy getting good advice from her in my own personal life, So whether you believe in this or not, let's talk about why we're here. You know, astrology as a science is ancient. It's literally been around since almost the beginning of time. And what's fascinating about this, Coco, is the fact that, especially with millennials, they no longer profess to be traditional religious, believe in traditional religious beliefs, but over 60% of them actually subscribe to psychic services, so much so that it's a $2 billion business, and because of technology, you got apps like CoStar out there, for example. It's allowing more people to actually stream to your services. So tell us a little bit about for you when you knew you had this gift and how did you hone in on it?
I knew earlier on, around 12 years old, but I didn't say much about it because the things that I felt like I knew at that time wouldn't nobody understand, and I didn't want anybody to think I was a freak of nature or I was weird. But I knew that the world looked different to me. I had headaches, migraine headaches from age 6 to 12, not knowing that my crown chakra was being opened, but the
Mm.
medical practices could never explain what was happening and why they couldn't diagnose these headaches. And when I turned 12, every allergy I had just went away one day, and the world just looked different to me. But I did not know I was a card reader until 14 years ago. And even then I was doing it, but I didn't know. I was
Right.
playing Spider Solitaire on a computer, and I was just in my headspace, just thinking, just trying to strategize and figure out how to do something. But it seemed like every time I moved one of those poker cards, it was talking to me, and it
Right.
made sense, but I didn't know how. But I didn't think much of it. I liked it, I enjoyed it, and I knew I understood, but it was going to be no way that I could explain it to somebody else that would make sense and not make me seem like I was all deep. So I kept it to myself and I kind of forgot about it. But about 4 years ago, my little brother sent me a tarot reading. Hi, Jenny. And I when I looked at the video, I was thinking, okay, yeah, that resonated, but lucky guess. And I started watching more videos throughout that week on his energy. And I was like, wait a minute, why does this make sense? Like everybody is telling the same story, but they're reading these cards differently and different cards are coming out. Are they watching each other videos? But I'm that kind of person that's like, don't knock it until you try it. So I
Right.
went and bought an Oracle deck. And the first time I put that card in my hand, it's like I felt the energy just go through my body. I had past life regressions where I can see myself in ancient times reading these cards. It was like all that just went through me at once, and I accepted it. I was like,
Wow.
okay, this is who I am. This is what I do, and I'm just gonna follow it and see where it goes.
I love
And
it.
it was like a natural thing for me not to have to learn the meanings of the cards, but to be able to pick them up and intuitively know what they were saying.
Okay. Okay. I love that. And thank you for giving us a lot of insight into how you got to this place. And I'm going to probably start with me here in a second. And for anybody out there, if you got questions, please post them in the commentary sections. And I'm going to give you guys an opportunity to see just how Coco works. But I want to ask one specific question before we get into this that I think kind of set the stage and a little bit of the foundation. Because I've always been curious about this whenever I run into psychic advisors and mediums. Do you personally believe in God in a traditional sense, a supreme being?
Oh yes, most definitely, because tarot reading is divination. It's part of being a part of a divine nation of the Most High, the divine Most High God. So yes, most definitely. And the thing that just differentiates tarot from religion is spirituality, something that
Okay,
you're not going to learn in church.
okay,
So it's about having a personal spiritual connection with the divine without being influenced by somebody else's culture and traditions and rules. It's
okay.
just a personal relationship, you know? So
And
yeah,
that's
most definitely.
And that's why I wanted to ask that, just in case somebody else was wondering the same thing, because, sometimes there's a confusion between, a person that's into spiritual readings and that maybe they're into devil worship or they don't believe in God or things of that nature. So I definitely wanted you to clear that up for that understanding. And if you notice, I'm going to be posting some comments on the screen
Uh-huh.
because I think a lot of people are excited, to have you here. I know I definitely am, and I'm gonna get to Joseph says, I've had ringing in my ears, and 2 times my wife heard the same ringing at the same time. Just recently, a friend twisted a piece of iron, and my ears started ringing at the same moment of the twist. So, I guess one of the things that when you read something like that, for you with your gifts, what does that make you think of when you read a statement like that from someone?
When our ears are ringing, we are actually being contacted from the spiritual realm. Everybody don't believe when we leave our body we die, because we actually don't. Hey, Dad, that's my daddy.
Ah, thank you. What's
And
going on?
we don't actually die. The soul leaves the body, so we go to the other side to assist. From the other side, when these bodies are like clothes. They get old, tattered, and worn. We throw them out, we get new ones. We just keep reincarnating over and over and over like that. So, like, far as the ears ringing, that's somebody trying to contact you from that spiritual realm. That's that attunement. You get more attuned with that spiritual realm because downloads are coming down. And a lot of times when we experience that, we'll feel like real tired and dragging in our energy. It's because the divine is trying to lay you down so they can download you with those spiritual gifts to open up that
Okay,
third eye and expand that consciousness. So yeah,
okay,
ringing of the
okay.
ears is basically an ascension symptom.
I love it. I was literally going to start with me, but these questions are coming hard and
Yeah.
fast. So I'm gonna tell you right now. I'm gonna get to the questions. I hope I'll get a chance to get my own personal reading
Mhm.
there. But one of the first questions was asked because I didn't even know what this is. Pedro asked because I don't even know what this is. Pedro asked, "Do you follow Kardec teachings?"
No.
Okay, I don't even know what that is. So
Yeah. Never
can
heard
you?
of car.
Okay. Okay. So there you go, Pedro. But let me throw a question out there for from Lynette. Um, and a lot of people don't know how you work. So normally when we see readings done on TV, movies, and things like that, the person is blindfolded and they ask for the date of birth and all that kind of stuff. You
Yeah.
don't do that, correct?
No. No.
All right.
To be
I-
honest with you, an authentic psychic is not going to ask you any questions. They don't need your birthday. They don't need your name. They don't need locations. They don't need a storyline, because if you're calling that person for advisory and guidance and they're psychic, they're supposed to be able to tell you your story.
Whoa,
Mhm.
I like
Yeah.
that.
Okay.
Because when
So
we show you these cards, what we're doing is we're reading energy. So whatever's on your spirit, on your mind, and your heart at that particular time the most, that's what's going to come out in the reading. People might say, well, I don't want to know about my love life. I want to know about my money. But whatever energy is on you the toughest is the message that you're going to get. We don't control that.
I have
okay,
a quick question. Just a quick
sure,
question.
sure.
Is it easier to read? Do you get a better reading personally, like when you're in person in front of someone, or is this just as accurate as being able to communicate with you this way?
Well, some psychics feel like they have to have you there or they have to have you touch their cards. But me personally, I can channel anybody's energy from anywhere.
Mm,
All right.
all right.
So
Even with
without
my
without
Reiki practice, I do distance healing like with Reiki. I don't have to be there. And even if you're in front of me, I don't have to touch you to do
okay,
that healing.
All
okay.
right.
Hey, Coco, without further ado, this was one of the first questions that came in from Lynette. Her question is pretty simple. She said, "My concern is, will I be married again, and when will I meet him?"
Good question. I'm going to tackle this. Lynette, nobody can tell you your future. If a reader tell you that they can tell you your future, they are lying. Because like I said, these cards are energy, but they're connected to our head space and our heart space. So you may have your mind set to buy some red shoes today. And then that energy is what's showing up for you. But when you get to that store tomorrow, you might actually find that you like the white pair better. When you change your mind, you change the fate and the destiny. So you might feel this way today, and the read cards will read this way, but tomorrow you may have a change of heart, and it'll change the whole reading, the whole outcome. So nobody can truthfully tell you your future, because energy is fluid like water. It changes all the time. You change your mind, you change your life, because thoughts become things, and that's just the rules of the law of attraction. So any
Okay,
psychic they can tell you your future, they are lying.
okay,
They are
okay.
really lying.
So you
All
have
they
your
can
cards in
tell
front
you
of
is
you.
they can just
O-
really tell you what energies are in place for you so far pertaining to
Okay.
that question.
So that's why I was going to ask. You have your cards in front of you right now.
I keep cards in the bathroom. I got them in my purse. I got them in my car. I don't go nowhere without a card.
So do us a favor. Give us what energy are you feeling in connection to Lynette in that question?
Okay, I'm gonna go with the good tarot deck. And I do bless my cards before I start doing any readings. I cast out all satanic, demonic energies, any entities attached to them. I'll call in protection. So if you don't have a reader that's doing that, then you need to question that reader too. Because these cards are tools. It's like a fork. You either can feed somebody with it or you can kill somebody with it. So it's not the power that's in the cards, it's actually the intention of the reader. So be careful who you let read your energy too. Because some readers are actually energy harvesting off of you, and they'll give you, instead of the ugly truth, a beautiful lie, so you can keep coming back to them, spending money with them. You got your hustlers, and then you got your legit readers too. But as far as her and marriage, Lynette Cook, for you, I have the 9 of Wands and the 7 of Pentacles, 2 of Swords, Ace of Swords. I feel like you're waiting for somebody. You might be holding on to somebody's energy, somebody you haven't quite let go of, waiting for some kind of communication and some clarity, some light to be shed on the situation. And somebody is being really, really, really withdrawn from you with the Hermit energy here. Somebody has pulled away their energy and they're really closed off. But just know that this person is, when somebody's in a Hermit energy, they're really just soul searching and going within, because they got to figure out the lessons of the past. They have to go. It's that moment when you take that trip down memory lane, but you kind of close out all the noise and all the people of the world and all disturbances, just so you can think and just be and think about the past and how did I get here where I am now, so I can move forward. And that's the energy that this person is in, this energy that you're holding on to. But if you want to manifest this person, the easiest way to manifest anything is the law of attraction. To let something completely go, the faster you can let it go, the faster it'll come back into you. There always have to be a sacrifice in order to be a gain.
Okay. I want you to, I know that we just had May 1st, so what month is this for? Which astrology sign?
This is the month of Taurus. We are in Taurus season as of April 19th. We touched a lot of people don't know about this. We have cusp energy. So it's like when Taurus days start, for that first 5 or 6 days, if you're born between like April 19th and April 23rd or 24th, you're considered an Aries Taurus cusper when that Taurus season starts. Well, we go full blown Taurus as we get into the 25th. But those are not the only energies that play. And if you watch tarot, then a reader 9 times out of 10 say, if I'm not resonating with your sun energy, then check your moon, rising, and Venus, because you have other placements in your chart that will allow you to pick up those messages if you're not resonating with your sun sign energy. Like if you want to know about love, Venus is connected to love. So you will look up your placements in your chart where your Venus sign is and watch videos based on that Venus energy.
Okay.
Aries Taurus cusp, yep, 420, baby.
So I'm gonna be honest. Some of this is going over my head because I'm picking up bits and pieces.
It's a lot.
And that's why I wanted to really do this. So while I wait for another question, I'm gonna throw myself in there. I'll say this: where I'm at this stage of my life. Last week we talked about on this show about dating ourselves. I don't know if you know what my sign is. I don't even know if you know what my date of birth is. For me,
Sagittarius.
No. Capricorn.
You're a cusper.
I am a Capricorn. So explain to us when you say cusper, what does that mean?
The cusper means that you have the traits of both signs. You 2 different energies. So being that you're on a cusp, you will be Sagittarius Capricorn cusp. Which means
so hold on. So bring me in here.
That gives you an emperor energy, a boss energy, a CEO capable of running an empire energy. It also makes you a traveler. It makes you adventurous. It makes you spontaneous, but it makes you solid when it comes to your security, your foundation, because we're talking about Capricorn, foundation, security, stability, finances, earth energy. So you are a mixture of fire, which is Sagittarius, and Capricorn, which is earth. You have fire and earth traits in your chart. And you have to master those energies. And cuspers actually get along better with other cusp signs. A lot of people don't know that.
Oh, okay. Oh, so you lead me to so if there was a way, and we did a show, me and Tasha, how long was this? Like way back where we were matching signs, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And I can't remember what it said, who I was compatible with.
Taurus.
Because you're a Taurus, right, Tasha?
No, I'm a Virgo.
Oh, damn it. Okay, so why did it say, so if I'm being described as that emperor energy and solid and all those things, why would it match my energy with the Taurus?
Because
or do you see that?
The emperor overall is the Aries Taurus energy anyway. So you have Taurus traits, you have Aries traits, you have Sagittarius and Capricorn all in one. But most of all, Taurus is about home, family, stability, good food, finer things, acquired taste. and routine. You can't push your Taurus off a routine. It will spin them into a, you don't want to push the Taurus off a routine. But all those things that we value most, like we're trying to get to, having everything. Hey, Virgo, the royal one. It's about grounding, foundation, security, and stability. And the Emperor energy is all about structure and stability. So that's why it works with that Taurus energy, because that's what the Emperor is, part Aries, part Taurus.
Okay.
So really to be with an Aries Taurus cusper would be probably not a good match, but a solid Taurus much better, because you're going to need somebody who's going to balance out your energy at the same time. And if you're too much the same, especially Earth energy, it's going to be a battle. Two stubborn energies, you know, it won't be a lot of compromise.
Okay. I'm loving this. Kenny, my brother, thank you for joining in as usual. Kenny says, okay, which is, you know, again, maybe he understands this better than I did. He said, who would be my best match as far as the love interest is concerned?
I would say a Cancer Leo would be a good match. Because the thing is, you want to kind of balance out your chart. Being Capricorn and Aquarius is earth and air. So you want to bring some fire and some water in there. So any cusp that's fire and water, Leo, Aries, or Scorpio, Sagittarius kind of energy, that's going to give you the balance, the makeup for where you lack. That person is going to balance you out and you're going to balance them out. Makes a good match.
Okay. Lynette's come back with another one. She said she's a little confused. She said her birthday is coming soon on May 25th, and I feel I have my Cancer qualities. So what does that mean?
That she is in her feelings, emotions. Cancers are so psychic. A lot of people don't know. People say Cancers are sensitive and they're crybabies, but they don't understand what that sensitivity means. That means sensitive to energy. Like, I don't want to be in a room full of people because I can feel everybody's thoughts and emotions on top of me. They're like sponges, you know? So when you're feeling that Cancer energy, you're feeling that water energy, you tap into your emotions and, you know, your feelings, you know? She laughing.
Okay.
And your feelings. Okay. But it's normal right now, because what happened was a lot of people went into their feelings mid-March. We had these planets affect us a lot. Everybody's connected as a collective one anyway, as beings, but we're connected to these stars, these planets, these retrogrades and everything. All that energy influences our energy and how we feel within at the time, depending on what our placements are in our chart. So it's like when Pisces season came in, Pisces is water, it's emotions. And a lot of people had a lot of childhood traumas that came up for upheaval during that time. And it sent a lot of us into our feelings. And then we ended the month with a full moon in Libra. So then it was all about the headspace, emotions in the headspace. Then we run off into Aries season in April, and that's fire energy. So that just sent everybody, you know, It was war zone. We talking about Aries, the god of like war. So the emotions are being like this anyway. But this Taurus energy is going to help us settle that, because we are talking about moving all the way into earth energy, the ground energy, being stabilized and calm. But just know it's a calm before the storm, because we have a super moon, I think on the 16th of this month, that's going to kind of put some folks in their feelings. And then we're hitting mid-eclipse season next month in June. And then June is air energy. So things are going to be kind of flighty. The headspace is going to be everywhere. So it's better to use this energy in a Taurus season to ground yourself. And if you don't know how to ground yourself, there are a lot of root chakra, base chakra videos on YouTube that you can sleep to. The body absorbs healing frequency really good when it's completely at rest. Also stones. I wear a snowflake obsidian on my neck. It keeps me grounded when things get crazy around me. The onyx, the black tourmaline, just stones that'll keep you grounded, or stones that are connected to your birthstone that'll help you stay grounded. But this is the time to be doing the grounding energy, because you don't want your head to take flight at the end of the month when the Taurus and Gemini cups tap in.
Since you mentioned Gemini, I want you to shuffle your deck in, and I want to throw a little experiment at you really quickly. I got a couple, a husband and a wife pair here, and again, you don't know anything about these people, but This is just the husband saying hello, so I want you to pick up on that energy. And then the wife saying that her birthday is May 26th, so she's a Gemini. So
Gemini.
I want you to open up that deck, and you already established nobody can tell nobody's future, but I want you to just tell me what energy and what do you see out there as you look at this couple.
Okay.
So we know that she has a birthday coming up. Oh, okay. Show us that again.
We got the Strength card. This card is representing, you can't see it, my lighting is crazy. But this Strength card is representing the Leo energy.
Okay.
Strength is about resilience, bouncing back, having restraint, discipline, courage, being brave. But what I would do is I would connect this energy of this card to the card that's on the bottom of the deck. And we got the Queen of Cups energy here. That's the water energy I was telling you about.
Okay.
And the Cups is represented by Cancer, Pisces, and Scorpio.
Okay.
So this is about strong. The Queen of Cups is love energy.
Okay.
She's also a strong psychic, creative, imaginative. So I'm seeing a lot of strong love energy, a lot of healing energy coming from the feminine energy in the situation. And then the Hangman, which is a Pisces energy, but the Hangman is, oh man, that is all bad. Can you see that?
I do.
The Hangman energy is about just taking time to be still, focus, watch things play out, awaken to something. And this is about seeing things from a different perspective, which I feel like the masculine energy here is starting to see the strength in this feminine energy, starting to look at it a different way. There's some resilience coming out of this feminine energy. There's a lot of healing, a lot of love energy coming out here.
Okay.
So I feel like she's been seen in a different light now.
Oh, Candace, all right. And she mentioned that, and she's a Gemini, he's a Scorpio. Candace, I love to hear you, Candace, chime in on how you feel about that. So I appreciate that. I'm gonna throw another one at you. I see you shuffling your cards. I'm gonna throw another one at you. Jenny P from Memphis, Tennessee. She says, I'm a Pisces, married to a Cancer. I tend to match people's energy, and I am more so an introvert for that reason. Any suggestions on those persons whom I can convene with that are safe? That's an interesting question.
That's a legit question for a Pisces, because a Pisces is like that one person that everybody's drawn to come tell all their problems all day long, and they get drained. See, there she goes.
Wow.
They get energetically drained because they're like sponges. They're water. So water is fluid. It takes whatever's in the wind, and it moves with it. So she got a lot of people coming at her for her energy because she's got this love and healing energy. And people want to pour all their problems and their woes, and it's a draining. So she has to protect and shield, like I was saying, walk in a room and you can feel everybody's energy in there or everybody's thoughts and stuff. That's draining. In order to protect and shield that energy, you really do have to be careful who you allow into your energy field. But being that you're a Pisces, it's like you can sense when somebody is not right, or you can sense when somebody's energy is not safe to be in your field. But it's a matter of not ignoring your intuition, because Pisces naturally got a soft heart. They got a big heart, so they want to love on everybody, very forgiving heart, forgive quickly. And somebody can hurt you, but you'll let them right back in and keep giving them that chance over and over.
Wow.
So Pisces has to really, really be careful with where they put their energy and who they allow inside their energetic field.
Stuff you're saying is really hitting, because I know her personally, and you're nailing her in a way that, like you taking a hammer, nailing it shut. So I want you to pull your cards from it, because I'm interested now, for her sake, what type of people should she be drawn to that's safe for her to share herself with?
I'm going to say offhand, any earth sign, Capricorn, Taurus, or Virgo. Ooh. Because they're way more grounded. They're way more stable. They don't move too fast. They're not too antsy. They're not going to take your energy. They're not going to take you. And they're not going to talk you to death. Back. will be a lot safer. But it's all about, everybody, like people say, well, I'm a Libra and I'm a Libra and I'm a Libra, but they're 3 different Libras because it all depends on what the other placements are in your chart. So she can be around a Virgo who got like Aries in 3 placements, Scorpio in 1 placement, Leo in 1 placement, and Cancer, and they would drive her crazy. So it's about, oh, how you doing? What's your birthday? And going on Google real quick and finding out what's in that chart before you start interacting. But people with less fire and less air in their chart is safer for well, actually, air signs in Pisces, if you're dealing with a Libra, you're talking about a perfect match. As for like natural soulmates between Libra and Pisces. So it really do depend on what's inside of that chart too at the same time.
Okay. Jenny, do us a favor and tell us in the commentary section. I'm just curious as to what the sign is for your husband. And the first thing you mentioned for her about being a safe sign was a Capricorn. I'm a Capricorn.
Her husband's a Cancer. She said it in the comment.
Who said that?
Water and water. Like,
oh, okay.
That is a lot of emotion.
Oh.
A lot. I feel like what a Pisces is a natural introvert, and a lot of Cancers are soloists and introverts too. So there's a lot that don't get said between the Cancer and the Pisces relationship.
Okay.
More so on the Cancer side, because the Cancer is the crab, and crabs aren't born with throats. So throat chakra is an issue for Cancer when it comes to verbalizing their emotions.
Okay. Yeah, Jenny confirmed that he's a Cancer. I want to read a comment. Let's go to Akil. I hope I'm pronouncing it right, sweetheart. I apologize. I screw up names quite a bit. Akil says, I'm a Leo, Sun, Moon, Venus, and Scorpio rising. So when you see that,
wow,
what does that
play with?
Okay, so that's where I was going to go. So that's a lot of information.
In a nutshell, that ain't nothing to play with right there.
So I want you to explain that, because that's a lot of information in that little sentence. A Leo, Sun, Moon, Venus, and Scorpio rising. Explain to the layman, to us, what does all of that mean?
Okay, when we're talking about the sun signs, we're talking about where the sun was at the place of at the time of your birth, depending on where you were on the earth and the time you were born. But that's like the basics of your characteristics. But when we step into the moon sign, we're talking about your personality and how you show up in the world. And then with your rising sign, it's about how you step into your power. But when we're talking about the Venus sign, we're talking about how you love. So when we have somebody who has 3 fire signs, Sun, Moon, and Venus, and then a rising in water, that is a force to be reckoned with. 1, that's a lot of fire. Queen of Wands energy. That's boss energy. That's entrepreneur energy. That's I'm in control. You don't tell me what to do. I'm better at giving orders than I am taking them. I'm no punk. I'm confident. I'm sexy. That's bossed up. I can run an empire on my own. I know how to, I'm a go-getter. I know how to get what I want. It's a lot of passion, a lot of fire energy. And if I got my eye on a target, it's tunnel vision. Nobody's going to stop me from getting that. And I'm not taking no for an answer. She is not a force to be played with. And then stepping into the Scorpio, when you're talking about your rising energy, rising into your power as a Scorpio, if anybody's had that sting, then they already know. You don't play with her.
Akil, I gotta know for my own personal edification. Just tell me what you do for a living. I'm just curious, based on that assessment.
Yeah,
oh my God. Okay. Oh my God. So she's already chimed in. That's very true. So, because I was curious what you do for a living. Let's move on to D. I told you guys I want to try to get in as many of these as I can. D says, I'm a Capricorn. 12/31, last day of the year, birthday, and her husband is a Virgo. So pull them cards for us and tell us what you see.
A Capricorn, 2 Earth energies? Who calls the shots?
Why do you say that?
It's not happening.
Hold on. As you're doing that, why did you make that statement? Who calls the shots?
Because you're talking about 2 Earth energies. So if one has made their mind up about something, one thing about an Earth sign, once I make my mind up, I'm standing on it. Like the ground, the Earth. You're not going to push them to do anything. You know what I'm saying? You're not going to force. And then you got 2 Earth energies. So it takes a lot of compromise. But the thing about it, the good thing, the beauty of it is that's power couple energy. We're talking about king and queen of pentacles type of energy. Who that is the mother, the wife, the husband, the father figure, the loyalty, the commitment, but they also both are capable of building up generational wealth because we're talking about earth energy, finances. They're both about that financial security, that stability. They're both about longevity. You know, they can have that. Look at her. She is an independent adjuster, boss energy.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah, but
So
for them, that's power couple energy. But it does take compromise because it's gonna be hard for either one to just budge on how they feel about something.
okay. And
Not
so as
easily moved.
I got you. And so as you pull cards for them, just give us an inkling of what you see current for them, for that couple. While she's doing that, I'm a Capricorn, my mother's a Virgo. And when she said that, oh my God, now we're not a
Like that's
couple, but
me and you right there.
that is very,
That
very,
is me and you
very,
right
very
there.
true. Very true. Very true.
Yes, it
Very
is.
true.
One won't budge, the other one won't budge
I,
either. It's like,
I, I, I love me some
I guess
Tasha,
we gonna be here all night.
and see, I love me some Tasha, but I would have to choke her if she was my woman. I would, I would have to put my hands around her neck a few times. But
Somebody is in their feelings. Somebody is wanting to manifest something and somebody's rejecting it. Like I said, when one don't want to budge, it's gonna be a matter of it's gonna be hard to compromise. What we gonna do? Because I'm gonna stand on what I'm standing on, you're gonna stand on what you're standing on. So what we gonna do? We have to agree to disagree, or we're gonna have to meet somewhere in this middle. But once they get it together, it's good. But I'm seeing like the magician is about manifesting, using all the elements to make things go in your favor. Like when we call things in, when we pray, or we use the law of attraction, or people who use spell work or any kind of rituals to bring anything, wishes, anything you use to pull into your life. That's what this magician energy is manifesting. But I feel like somebody is in their feelings because I'm having this 4 of Cups energy come up here. Either that or somebody's rejecting something that the other one is trying to manifest. And I feel like it's becoming a burden. And it could have something to do with finances because of the 9 of Pentacles. This is also about being single, independent, financially stable, and knowing that you need nobody outside yourself to help complete you, and you can take care of yourself and others. So I feel like somebody is not really happy about something here. Somebody's in their feelings. And it's about a manifestation. It really is. It's probably about manifesting freedom. Singlehood. 9 of Pentacles is singlehood.
Okay.
Is that true? Comment. Tell us if that sounds accurate right now.
Okay. I want to shift for just a quick second away from the romance side, of relationship side, I want to say, and go back to a question that I did find interesting from Pedro. And he asks, well, how does a person who can see the dead distinguishes the dead from the live ones in a room if not touching any of them?
That's a good question. The only thing I really know about that is the voices. There's something that sounds amplified in the voices. Kind of like, you know how T-Pain does the whole, what do they call that? With the voice. It sounds like that in the background when they speak.
Right.
But as far as like just visually seeing them, it probably is hard to tell when you can see inside of 2 different realms. Because the only reason you can see them is because you can see inside of that spiritual realm like that. It's like being in between worlds and trying to distinguish the difference between reality and what we perceive to be reality, which is this physical 3D we're in. Like people don't know dreams are your actual reality, and the state we call awake, and we're actually asleep right now. That's why there's always a call for us to wake up, because we're actually asleep in this. Eyes closed, third eye shut until we open them, which I would not advise anybody to do on purpose. If it's gonna open on its own, let it open on its own. Because if you just open your third eye and walk outside, you are going to be terrified of the whole world. You're not going to understand what's going on. You're going to look at people like you've never seen them before. You'll be paranoid. So it's better to let that third eye open up on its own.
Okay. Let me ask you this on that subject. Have you had personal experiences with, I guess, seeing people who have passed on?
My fiance passed away last July. He was the first one I was actually able to see. I can hear him. And he was actually the one who helped me get through the grieving process. Like nobody really knew he was gone for 5 months because it was a matter of him coming to me and saying, hey, chill out. I'm not dead. I'm here just out of that body, but I'm going to help you. And I'm going to help you grieve. I'm going to help you get through this grieving process. I don't need you to break down. I need you to be strong because I need to help you on this side. You got spiritual work. You have a purpose and we got to get this done. So there's no time to be breaking down. So you need nobody outside yourself to help you heal from my passing but me. So I let him do it. And he stayed with me. He's been with me every day, but he's the one who helped me get through that grieving process.
Wow. Okay. You know, I know in my youth, I've had some odd experiences, and I kind of wondered about that. And I'm gonna come back to that for a second. Rain wants to know. She said, "Can we speak on an Aquarius female, born in the southeastern time zone? Who knows what time they were born? 11:30 p.m. I guess that is on your birth certificate, and have dreams about people dying."
Okay. You're different. The reason why you're different is because when we went when Saturn and Jupiter went in conjunction on December 21st, it kind of like catapulted us into the age of Aquarius. And an age of Aquarius is about being visual, being able to see things, being your intuition being really tweaked up. So your spiritual gift, like that's an automatic third eye opening for you to be able to see that. And it's because of that air quality inside of you. That third eye is so strong like that. And a lot of times it may not even be a dream and you think it is too. But it's like, I won't say clairvoyance. Well, yeah, it is like clairvoyance. Being visual, being able to see energies that are already set forward. But that's because of that Aquarian eye. The Aquarian energy is air energy. So it's mental, it's visual, it's intuition, and it's inner knowing automatically and being able to see ahead of things. So that's why that's happening.
Okay.
That's a spiritual gift, and they feel like a curse at the same time too. But I mean, we all, we don't control what our gifts are, and just know that you got more than one.
Okay.
Because I still have gifts showing up for me all the time. And I, like I said, it's out of our control sometimes. Because I've had times where I had to run out of a mall because everybody I walk by, I'm hearing their whole profile. Big guy, he eats lots of hot dogs. He likes 13-year-old girls. And I'm like, what? And then I walk away and this girl right here can sing, but she has insecurity and separation anxiety. And I'm like, oh my God. But I wasn't controlling it, but I couldn't turn it off. But as we approached inside of this age of Aquarius and this Christ consciousness is coming down on the planet, more people are waking up and are able to see things that they couldn't see before. But being an Aquarius just really, 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 it's going to be really strong for you because we're now in the age of Aquarius.
I've heard that term before, and there's even been a movie about that. So you bring in a lot of insight for me to at least understand what they're talking about a little bit more. Sia says, I believe you were talking about me. I'm truly unhappy. He is a Libra and I am a Pisces. And she says, God bless. So what she was speaking on earlier definitely seemed to hit home for her, and God bless you, Sia. Appreciate the comment, sweetheart. But I'm always, I hate to hear anybody unhappy. My whole show is about trying to improve relationships between us as men and women. So, sweetheart, I hope things can work out. I hate to see any relationship end. I truly do. Any advice for her? She talks about she's truly unhappy.
I'm gonna give a little insight to that because that's not something that just you are experiencing. That actually right now is a collective experience because, like I said, we shifted into the age of Aquarius. So right now we're in a brand new decade. All the decisions that we're making right now are going to be the catalyst for the next decade of our lives. So we're closing out a major cycle between the last 2 decades. And with Saturn and Jupiter dealing with karma and responsibility, this is the point where we're actually rounding up a lot of cycles that were karmic to us. A lot of people are finding out they've been inside of a 20-year marriage with somebody that they actually weren't supposed to be with in the first place. And this is happening everywhere. The divorce rate is up. A lot of cycles are closing up as far as a lot of things that are taking place in relationships. And a lot of people are starting to discover their truth and how they really feel about their relationships. But that's what's forcing us to make these decisions to close out these cycles right now, so that we can go to the ones that we're supposed to be. Wow, I just seen 45, 45. But it makes us go to, you know, the shift into the places that we need to be with the person that we're actually supposed to be with now, because it's possible that this past time that you've been married to this person, it may have been a lesson. This may have been a karmic partner that you were supposed to learn lessons with on your journey to self, or your journey to self-love. So you can understand by this point what you will not tolerate, what you will and will not allow, what you do or you do not want inside of a relationship, so that you can make a decision for your highest good and go where it is that you need to go on your journey from here on. So a lot of people are just really discovering their truth inside of their relationships so that they can make the right decisions. And at this time, it's real important for a lot of people to get personal readings, because that guidance is what's going to, because a lot of people are like, I can only tell you what you intuitively know. I don't play with the future. If I get future information coming in, I don't know it. It's not my story. I forget the reading as soon as I finish it. But I know that these cycles are wrapping up. And when you get these personal readings, you'll be able to see how these planetary movements and shifts affect you personally inside of your relationship, so you can make the best decisions. Because intuitively you were like, I'm not happy. I don't know if I should stay, if I should go, if I be making a bad decision, if, or if this gonna work out, should I try to work it out? But when you get those personal readings and you get the clarity of what you already knew, then you're like, okay, I just needed to confirm that. Now I can go ahead and do what I do.
Okay.
That's what it's about, just the guidance, the clarity, and making sure that you know what you're doing and what you're thinking is the right thing before you go ahead and do it. It's confirmation.
And let me ask you something, Coco. Right in the midst of that, you said, oh my God, I just saw 45, 45.
I see number synchronicities all the time. 47, 47 just popped on your screen. I'm looking at your live time. And you know, these synchronicities, like a lot of people are telling me too, because I'm a reader on King.com, and a lot of people see these number synchronicities all the time: 111s, 333s, 555s, or 2322, 3232, or 2332. And they like, why do I keep seeing these numbers? When you start seeing those numbers, Google it. 9 times out of 10, by the time you get that third or fourth digit in that search box, angel number meaning is going to pop up behind it. That's a message that somebody's trying to communicate for you. And if that message keeps showing up over and over, that same number is following you over and over and over again, that means you haven't gotten the message yet. So you need to go find out what it is. Okay. But I saw that 45, 45, and I'm knowing that number, you know, I know the meanings of the numbers. So when I see them, I know that those are messages that are coming through, you know. And when I seen that, wow, 48, 48. Okay, I gotta quit looking at your live numbers. They are jumping at me.
Okay.
I seen 45, 45 pertaining to her particular situation, I seen, because number 4 is about stability, it's about foundations and structure. And then 5 is about obstacles and changes and challenges. And I seen that energy come up for her as I was explaining to her, you know, how this energy is working and why she's feeling the way she is with this shift. And then that 45 jumped out with just a confirmation for me. So yeah, I'm gonna quit looking at your live counter because I catch synchronicity. I get distracted.
Yeah, no, this is just killing me. But before I forget, you already getting some requests from people. They want to know, how can they get in contact with you for a personal consultation? So I would like for you to post it in the comments section if you can. I promise you guys before we leave tonight. She had tell them you actually have your own YouTube channel. So
I do.
You missed it,
Spiritual.
So you can actually reach her on YouTube through her channel, Love Coco Spiritual. I'm having her put this in. Okay, I'm gonna put
in the right place.
I'll do a copy and paste for you, sweetheart.
Okay, I'm doing IG. I'm also on Instagram, Love Coco Tarot, and I'm on Facebook as well, Love Coco Spiritual. But I do have a YouTube channel. It's Love Coco Spiritual as well.
So I'll be, as we're going through this, I'll be posting this so you guys can reach her directly. And I would say one of the easiest ways is to literally go to YouTube, subscribe to her channel, join. She does live, does personal readings from there. But I'm putting this in the commentary section for you guys as well. And then if all else fails, reach out to me. She's a personal friend of mine, and I can always put you in contact with her as well. So I'm trying to make sure that you have all of her handles. While we're doing this, I'm gonna steal a little bit of thunder from me real quick. We're heading in May. For me right now, how risky is it for me to jump out there at a new opportunity in terms of financial, taking the financial gambles? Almost the middle of the year, what do you see for me, jumping out there, taking on a new financial gamble or new opportunities? What do you see for me?
I see you got something in the works. This is new money, though. The Ace of Coins, I don't know if you can see that. The Ace of Earth, that is Earth energy, Capricorn, Taurus, and Virgo.
Okay.
But that's about new money. That's about a new beginning of something that's going to be long-term, stable, and solid and secure. But I feel like what it is whatever you got going on, you're not telling nobody about it because we got the Seven of Swords. It's like behind the scenes, behind the closed doors type of thing. And even behind that, I got the Moon card. The Moon card is about secrets and things going on behind the scenes that nobody is not out there in plain sight for everybody. So it looked like a surprise, but it does look like good finances. And like I said, this is Taurus energy. We're in Taurus season. You're a Capricorn. Pluto just went into Capricorn on the 27th. So there may be an old project. When we're talking about Pluto, we're talking about things coming back up from the past. There may be an old project that you wanting to give new life to. But it's showing, I'm seeing that it's going to be abundant. It's going to be long-term, solid.
Okay.
I said dive out of it.
All right. All right. So,
well, I have a question then. Because I just have a quick question. My question is being like, what changes do you see for me heading into May, and as the year's going on, what changes do you see?
Let me see. This is the first day of May too, because number 1 is about aces. So this is about a start, fresh new start. But May is the 5th month. So that's about number 5 again. We're talking about getting over challenges and hurdles and obstacles or any kind of blocks we had in our way. And we're having a new start today. So this is a ace energy for you. But going into May, wow, you got that Ace of Pentacles energy too. This looks like a new project. I got the page of Earth here. That's about starting a new project or a new job or apprenticeship or education. But I'm seeing longevity again with the Ace of Pentacles. It might have been something that you didn't commit to in the past. Yeah. I'm seeing new money. 5 of Pentacles. I'm seeing new money. This is a start of something. Something that you can commit to and that you can build upon for a long term. And no better time than now, because both of these are Taurus energy. And like I said, we got Pluto and Capricorn. So this is the perfect time to take advantage of these energies right now. The perfect time. If you got any fresh new ideas, it's the first. The first means bringing in new energy. Make a wish list tonight. Make a wish list of everything you want to call in new into your life. Sign your signature on the bottom. Read it out loud to the universe. Your voice signature, your energy signature. So put it out there, sign your signature at the bottom, and burn
it. I've seen you do that.
It works.
Let's. Kenny got one for you. Kenny said, "What do you see as far as some professional opportunities and networking in 2021?" And again, he's a Capricorn.
Capricorn cusp. Wow, I see you taking action. I got the 3 of Wands. This is about your ships coming in too. If you've been waiting for something or expecting something, this is about the ships coming in. This is about executing a plan. This is about being action oriented and knowing where you're going. And I see it's about a foundation too with the 4 of Wands. This card can be about home. It can be about building a foundation, building up some kind of stability. It can also be about a marriage or a pregnancy. So many different energies for all these different cards, but this is something, a movement forward. I see action being taken to move forward towards something. But it's long-term stability, but I feel like things have been really stagnant with this hangman energy. And you kind of been just waiting for things to see how things play out, and not really taking making no decisions and taking no immediate actions. But the reason why you were made to be still like this is because there was something that God wanted you to see.
Oh.
There was something that you needed a new outlook on this before you could take any action. But I see the ships coming in and you taking action to build something that's really, really, really a strong structure right here. Or it could be working with an office too, taking action inside of an office or a building or establishment. But I see there's movement forward here. You're coming out of this hangman energy. So if you've been stagnant, it won't be that way for long. Well, these transits that are happening right now, we've basically just been in judgment season in the book of Revelation. This is a lot of people don't know tarot is biblically based. Who said no with the pregnancy?
Yes, Kenny said no. He said
that could be news about a pregnancy. Somebody could be telling you don't panic yet. But we got a lot of transit energy. We've been inside the book of Revelation since June 21st. So now judgment has been passed. The seals have been scrolled. You're welcome. The scrolls have been sealed. And now we're in an era of karma. So the things that we didn't have past, that we didn't have in the past, that we were hurting for, that we were working for, and we seem like we can never get to or never achieve or accomplish, those are the things that are going to come in now. We've just turned the wheel of fortune. So everything is going in the opposite. Everything's changing. Our whole way of living right now. This is a planetary shift. So those who have been on our neck, oppressing us and keeping us down, who have been on top, the ones who've been down here struggling and crawling on the ground, yes. Okay. That's how it's gonna go now.
Okay.
But he had to be made to sit still to see things from a different perspective.
Okay.
To be awakened to something, because I believe that that's what's gonna help going forward. Something that needed to be known first. That was an awakening process.
Okay. Let me get. I want you to kind of shuffle the deck for Joseph for me. Joseph has he says, I lost my father recently. How is that affecting moving forward for him?
Let me see.
And Joseph, my prayers to you, my brother. My prayers to you and your family.
I see. Nah, the 10 of Wands. I feel like you got the responsibility of your family on your shoulders. This is about carrying responsibility, carrying burdens, picking up the weight, somebody else's weight, and just really, really carrying something heavy. And then we got the family card on the bottom with the 10 of Pentacles. This is about family. This is about the legacy. This is about generational wealth and seeing about everything. So I feel like, the weight of the family is being put on one person's shoulders here. But it's about the divine is saying, just have patience. Move through it with grace, because there's going to be a change. Just be patient with it. Try to stay grounded in a situation. Don't allow your emotions to get the best of you, because I got this 5 of Wands here. So even if you're feeling like that abandoned ship, you have not been abandoned. You have not been forgotten about. He's on the other side to assist you now. So anything, this is the thing, when people pass over and they go to the other side to assist us, we can do something as simple as just speak out and ask them for their help. And they will come in and help us. Also, give him libations. Well, I won't say unless he liked to drink, but otherwise you can pour water for him, or even build an altar where you can give him offerings. Put his favorite food there, or his favorite belt or shoes, and something to drink, and a candle lit there so he can have light. Sometimes they need light on the other side where they are. And he is going to be there to assist you with everything you need to take care of that you feel is your whole responsibility as far as the family is concerned. You're welcome.
Wow. Thank you. Okay. Let's bring up Shantae. Shantae says she feels like 2021 has been a really hard year. Is there a shift coming to that? And she's coming from the perspective of a Virgo.
Yes, this is what it is. being that we're inside of this transit and everything is turning around where it is, I'm gonna just say, imagine you running this race and you've been running this race and you're on your last win, but you can see that tape. That's how close the end of suffering is. Just keep going because you are about to break that tape. When this energetic shift takes place in June, when we get mid-eclipse season, we're going to see a lot of changes turn around. But the thing that makes this year different, we're still coming off the residue of 2020. That wasn't easy for nobody. We're still clearing a lot of that energy out. But at the same time, with things going out, there's new energy coming in. So that new energy is this close. Just stay hopeful and remain optimistic in your mindset. Do not think about anything that you do not want, because thoughts become things, good, bad, or indifferent. You're going to manifest it. So if you're at the point where you're only thinking about and only focusing on what you do want, what you don't want can't show up.
Okay. Fantastic. Folks, it's hard to believe that it's been an actual hour. And I had promised Coco that I would only take an hour for valuable time. I think she has been phenomenal to try to get in as many answers, many questions. I feel completely enlightened and like never before. But again, she does this for a living. She not only gets paid for this, she has given us a full hour of her time. I thought it was fantastic. I truly enjoyed it. But I won't hold her for, normally it's just 2 hours. So I want to really, really thank you, Coco, for doing this. I hope that we can get you back. I really do. If you don't notice from the comments, you have been appreciated. They're saying you the real deal. They thanking you. Hey, another first for me. I try to bring my audience something new and different. You did not disappoint on any level, So, sweetheart, my love and respect for you is through the roof. Before you depart, you want to say anything to my audience?
If you want me to, I can do once a month with you.
I would.
Because energy change all the time, and I do update each sign monthly on my channel. But if you want, I can come in. Thank you, Daddy. I can come in and do once a month for you, and just update the energies for the collective.
I would love it. I would love it.
Be a lot of change real soon.
I am not going to turn that down. I absolutely want you to come back and do that. They're asking where can they follow you. I will make sure I post again all of her different sites.
You're on YouTube.
So absolutely. So Coco, I will be talking to you later on, sweetheart. But I want to thank you. God bless you. I love you to death.
Thank you. Thank y'all so much. Love.
Appreciate you, sweetheart. Have a good evening. I'll talk to you a little bit later.
You as well.
Rain says you need to. I'm gonna give you your information, Rain, and I will make sure I post it again. Thank you, sweetheart.
Okay. All right.
For everybody else, I just want to stay and have a little bit more conversation. So, just for a few minutes, we're not going to do a whole hour or anything like that. But I did not want to take up too much of her time. As I mentioned, she gets paid for this. She does this for a living. And so I invite now anybody else to come on if you want to come on live and have a little conversation about this. But overall, what you think, Tasha?
It was fabulous. I think she helped a lot of people explain a lot of those holes or things that are going on, those unknowns, and be able to really like move it forward, propel it forward. And for a lot of people, especially who feels like 2021 is not even where they want it to be kind of kickstarted, it explains a lot with the energy that we were bringing in from 2020.
Absolutely. Absolutely. I love how, for me, a lot of the mysteries about the terminology was explained. I love how she does it from a real layman's point of view. I think sometimes when we think about that field of psychic reading, it tends to go over people's heads. I love the fact that she talked about it in such a real world way that we can appreciate and identify with and just tackle people's questions head on, right where she met them right where they needed to be. And so for me, it didn't come across as some phony big thing or whatever. I love the fact that she stated, that, hey, nobody can really tell your future, but she was talking a lot about energy and things of that nature. So I truly, truly appreciated her doing that. Joseph said, I used to think people like that preyed on the gullible. I asked specific questions to see if. So I'm with you, Joseph. That's why she and I are friends, is because we've had some really knockdown, drag out arguments at the very beginning, because I was the kind of person that stated emphatically that, I don't believe in it. But the more I got to know her and the more she explained it, it made me look at it from a different perspective and appreciate where she was coming from. Lynette says it's good to know and excellent guidance for the future. Absolutely. I think when you're getting good advice, you tell me if you feel this way, Tasha. When you're getting good advice, do you really question where it's coming from?
Not when it's good.
Not if it's good advice. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
If you walk outside and a derelict bum is stumbling towards you, clothes are tattered, and they say, hey, 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 don't go outside that gate because they shooting and killing people. And you listen and come to find out they really was, would you question that it came from that person? No. And so I had to kind of look at it from that perspective, that when I'm listening to her advice on different things, does it make sense? Can I find some common ground from it? So, like you said, Lynette, no. So that for me is where I've kind of had to look at it from a different perspective, and I appreciate it for what it is.
And I'll say this to your point, though, it's always, to me, I think it's a little bit easier to get advice from someone outside who doesn't know you. She didn't know me. She didn't know anyone else's story. And to me, that makes it even more valid. Like, everyone else that can tell you whatever you want to hear. But when it's someone else who doesn't know your story, it's like, okay, now wait a minute. Maybe this is my energy that I'm putting out there.
Very true. Very true. And you know what? And that was one of the reasons why I wanted her on here, because she doesn't do the whole, let me get your birthday and tell me about yourself kind of thing. You're right. She's just tackling this head on without knowing anything about any of you. She knows me and not even know everything about me, but she knows me a little bit. But you're right. She doesn't know you. She doesn't know Kenny. She doesn't know Joseph, or Lynette and anybody. So you're very right. It's impressive, that she was able to do it from that perspective. Absolutely. Coco baby, thank you. Thank you so much. We truly appreciate that. I built the week up leading to this, and I thought it was going to be good. I didn't know it was going to be this good. It was way better than I expected, and the hour went by so quick. Because Tasha knows this. You guys watching, we don't really know how this is going to go over. So Tasha and I come on here prepared to just talk about us. This is what we literally talked about this.
I had a whole list of questions. I was
what I'm saying? So that's because we was like, we don't know if people are going to tune in for it. So we thought, okay, I'm going to be asking a bunch of personal questions, but the questions was coming so fast and furious, and it was so real that, we truly, it made for that. And the fact that we can get her back once a month to kind of keep that psychic healing energy fresh and new, I'm not turning that down, folks.
No.
I promise you I'm not turning that down. But anyway, I know this was different. This was not a 2-hour show. So for that, I apologize. I know you guys are used to seeing me on to 10 o'clock, but this was different. I want to thank everybody for tuning in. I hope that we brought you a little something different for Saturday night. And I want you to go off until the rest of your weekend and have phenomenal energy. Take that to heart. And, God moves in mysterious ways. You know what I'm saying? The universe is a powerful place, powerful thing. And I appreciate you guys being here with us tonight. And so we're going to see you, on the other side, as they say. But I thank everybody, and I want y'all to have a fantastic weekend. Please continue to like, comment, share. I can't say this enough. If you have not subscribed to the show already, please do so. And if you've already subscribed, to the show, hey, Joseph, yeah, we're going to be in New York at the same time. Man, privately, let's swap numbers. I'd love to have you come over to the house and meet the family, my brother. You're my kind of people. But if you have not subscribed to the show already, please do so. And if you have subscribed, please don't let it stop there. Please continue to tell family, tell friends, tell other people that what we're doing here, I think, is making things better. All of the noise out there. If you're like me and Tasha, and Tasha, I want you to speak to this, how we feel about turning on the TV and listening to the news. I'll let you say.
It's it's so much noise. That's the only way to describe it. It's so much noise. It's so distracting, and where you have a platform where you can come to discuss real things that affect you on a micro level that can improve your everyday life. Please, please, please subscribe. It's this is therapeutic. It helps everything. Also, to Black's point, don't be afraid to suggest topics either. We are completely open to hearing anything, to discuss anything that you all want to do. If it just to keep you engaged in it, suggest anything. We can make it into a show.
Absolutely. Absolutely. And we've been that way from the very beginning. You know, Tasha and I, we meet on Sundays for literally a meeting of the minds to discuss topics for the week. You know, we talk all through the week, and of course, anyway.
Right.
But we are completely open to this is as much your platform, your show, as it is ours. So please be a part of that. And so if you've got, I know like anybody else, if you got friends and family out there and that things that you've been talking about behind the scenes and you want to know what somebody else thinks about it, please do that. Lynette, you already know, sweetheart. Send me those suggestions. We will put it out there. We'll talk about it. We don't claim to be experts on any level. I do try to show up with research if I'm discussing something, because Tasha and I don't subscribe to the theory of fake it till you make it. We don't believe in that. You know, she's laughing because she know some people do that whole thing. Well, let's fake it. We don't do that. If we don't know about something, we'll tell you we don't know. So when I do show up talking about something, I want to have my arms around it enough to be able to discuss it intelligently, articulately, and to be able to try to bring something to it. So for that, I appreciate all of you guys who've been riding with us for over a year. We're just getting started.
Absolutely.
You know, we haven't even come close to running out of things we want to talk about. The beauty of what we do is that there's always going to be something we can talk about, because it's men and women. We're shifting and changing every day. And so whatever those topics are, please bring it to the forefront. But again, even if you've already subscribed, there's family, there's friends, there's associates that don't know that this is happening. Please tell them to go out and subscribe. Invite them to watch the show with you. You know, invite them to comment. You know, don't be afraid. If you want to be a guest, we are open. The philosophy here at Real Talk is that we can agree to disagree without being disagreeable. So we're not going to hurt you here. You're never going to be judged. It's not going to be disrespectful. That's not what this is about. Your opinion, your voice matters. And for that, we welcome you anytime. So with that said, Big Mac, I want to say good night to everybody. Yep. Have a great rest of your weekend. And thank you guys for being another part of another episode of Real Talk for Real Men. Peace.